You guys should have the best sleeping habits. You guys should have the best dietary habits. You guys should have the best exercise schedule. You guys should be the best in your prayers. You guys should be the best in your studies. You should be pushing yourself to excellence in everything you do in life. Everything you do in life should be at the top. You should not be eating junk food. You should not be the people that are just lounging around wasting time. Yes, you should have a good time, but even when you play hard. You play hard. Young people, listen to what I'm saying, please, carefully. Please think about this. What is your life going to mean? If your life is just one video game to the next, if your life is just one episode to the next of a show, what are you pursuing? Who cares if you got trophies on that video game, or you got 100% synchronization in Assassin's Creed? Who cares? Who cares? What is that in a call? What did that change for the world? You know, who cares how many push-ups you can do? Who cares? You have to think more than that. You have to think higher than that. And when you start doing that, I will tell you one thing Allah will give you. Allah will give you happiness. When you really have pursuit, then your life means something. And when your life means something, it makes you happy. When you don't have pursuit, then you never find meaning in your life. And that's why you're never happy. Doesn't matter how much music you listen to, or how much hanging out you do, or how much partying you do, you're just never happy. You're never satisfied. You're always bored, you're always just, not happy with yourself, etc. It is this pursuit that you have to internalize. You young people have to be people of incredible, incredible, incredible pursuit. You, as a believer, as a Muslim, have to push yourself to better. Whatever you're doing. If you're memorizing, you could be memorizing better. If you're studying, you could be studying better. If you're working, you could be working better. If you're volunteering, you could be volunteering better. Push yourself, especially when you're young. Right now you have time. You don't have that much responsibility. But I have homework. Yes, that's not too much responsibility. Responsibility will come once you get married. Once you have children. Right now you're free. Right now you have the freedom you will never ever have in your life. This is the time to push yourself, not sit back and play video games. This is not the time to sit there and watch movie after movie after movie. This is not the time to be excited about the new Avengers or whatever. This is not the time, not for you. You have much bigger things to do. The entire world is waiting on the impact that you will have. You can't sit around. Everybody else can, that's fine. They don't have higher pursuits. You have to be the person of excellence because you're from now thinking about impact. Every single young man and woman in this audience should be thinking about what did Allah give me? What talent did He give me? And what impact will I have on this planet because of it? What am I going to do with it? And as you think about that impact, then you realize what you're really working towards. You're working towards contentment, meeting with Allah. That is our ultimate truth. You want to be able to show Allah that you did everything in your potential. That's what you want to be able to do.
Your existence is derived from how you choose to look at the world around you. Your outlook is either creating you or destroying you. And we have to be cognizant of the reasons, the explanations, the stories we tell ourselves. We have to be aware of how we rationalize everyday occurrences. We have to ask, am I seeking out solutions to the right problems? What's the root cause? What's the actual reason? And we all find ourselves in ruts from time to time, right? We all have low points. For me, when I'm struggling, it's usually creatively. Drawing a blank or writer's block or whatever the case is. And it's funny, my mind always goes right to the external excuses. Instinctually, I start to think, well, maybe I don't have the right technology, maybe I'm not in the right place, maybe the right circumstances aren't occurring. But when I force myself to step back, right, and dig deeper and really ask myself, what's the reason, which is sometimes an uncomfortable thing to ask, I always come to the same conclusion. It's not the camera in my hands or the recording software or the mic. It's simply the temporary disappearance of self-belief. Temporarily, I forget that I can make magic, that I can change the world with what I have right now, and so can you. That is the actual reason. But I have to peel back the surface. Because the truth is, if you don't have a good story to tell, a $10,000 camera is not going to help you. You got to learn what captivates, what inspires. Learn how to articulate your thoughts and ideas. Learn how to bring what's in your mind to life. See, people want to put band-aids on bullet wounds, and that's not going to fix a thing. An interesting thing people come to me with, they're building brands, creating social platforms, building businesses online, which is great because it means exposure, but it also means you're susceptible to negativity and criticism and haters. Right? And how particularly initially, it's emotionally taxing seeing that stuff, right? Seeing people criticize your creativity. And they come to resent the comments. They come to resent that interaction. But again, I always go to what is the reason? And I ask because if you don't go deep, if you don't find the root cause, you don't fix a problem. The problem is not the 53-year-old in his mother's basement trashing your work or your ability. He has nothing to do with this. The problem, when you're really honest, is confidence. It's the ability to understand that a life of no risk or criticism is a life of very little reward. And with that realization, the solution changes. It's not what can I do to avoid the criticism, it's how can I stay true to myself and have that be enough, where I can rise above chatter, where I can be indifferent to naysayers, because look, expectations don't matter. What matters is your happiness. What matters is your progress. So fix that.
Now my final bit in this. Allah says, وَأَن لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى. Human beings will have nothing for themselves except the effort that they made, the pursuit that they had. Now let's start again. The pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of cool, the pursuit of popularity, the pursuit of prestige, the pursuit of money, the pursuit of excellence, the pursuit of impact, and the pursuit of truth. Yes? You know the most valuable thing to Allah? The most valuable thing to Allah of all of these is pursuit. Not money, not impact, not excellence, all of those things will come. What Allah wants to see from you is what? Pursuit. I told you there are prophets that show in front of Allah on Judgment Day how many followers? 0. So they had 0 impact, but Allah still gives them the highest ranks in Jannah. Why? Because Allah respects their pursuit, their effort, their grit. They were tough and they went through it. If you were to have a progress report for Nuh alayhi salam every year, let's see a growth chart in how many people became Muslim. Nuh alayhi salam, it's annual review. How many people become Muslim every year? 950 years. There's like, bloop. The chart isn't going like this. It's just this flat and maybe even goes down. Some people were coming close and they went away. There's no impact. There is no, progress on the ground. But you know what we respect about Nuh alayhi salam is his constant pursuit. We have to internalize this. You guys have to be a people of pursuit. We will have nothing in front of Allah if not our pursuits. Human beings, we judge each other based on what? Results. I don't care how much effort you made, you didn't get the results. You're fired. I don't care how much effort you made, you didn't pass the test, you're not graduating. You understand? But Allah on Judgment Day is not looking at your report card based on results. Allah is looking at your report card based on what? Effort. Allah says, and his effort, his pursuit is that which will be shown, or which will be seen. That is remarkable, because no other human being on the face of this earth can see my effort. I cannot see your effort and you cannot see mine. Only Allah sees effort. All we see is impact. All we see are results. We are people of results. Allah is a judge of effort. Subhanallah. What an incredible master. Nobody will appreciate your efforts except Allah. So never underestimate your efforts because other people underestimate them. People didn't appreciate the kind of work you put in and you figure, well, I guess it wasn't worth it. It was to Allah. It was to Allah. It was worth it to Allah. You guys just have to stop lying to yourself. You have to telling yourself you're doing enough. You have to stop being lazy. Shaitan is destroying you guys. He's destroying you. You're so lazy. Stop being lazy. Stop rationalizing to yourself. Get up and do work, do more. Stop thinking about accomplishment and start thinking about sincere, genuine, best possible effort. And then let me tell you, the results from Allah will come, and they will come pouring. But they will come on His schedule, not yours. Two people will make exactly the same amount of effort, and somebody will see the fruit of their labor right away, and somebody else will wait for years before they see anything. And that is in the hands of Allah. And you don't get to say, well, he got so much results, I didn't get any results, we made the same amount of effort, this isn't fair. No, it is entirely fair, because that calendar belongs to Allah. And all Allah wanted to see from you was your effort. This is how Allah will judge. It's all about the quality, not about the quantity. People can only judge quantity. Allah will judge quality. Think about the quality of work you're doing, the quality of life you're living, the quality of the day you had. What time did you wake up for Fajr this morning? What kind of breakfast did you eat? Who did you talk to? How did you spend your time? What did you do? What was the quality of your day? Fix that, and inshallah ta'ala, this ummah has a bright future. Because once you start thinking about the ultimate truth, and you start thinking about impact, there are going to be ideas that come out of this room. There's going to be creativity that comes out of this room. There are going to be projects that come out of this room that are going to change the world over. They will impact the world like it's never been impacted before. That is what the Muslim youth is capable of. That is what the young believer is capable of, when they have the right pursuit. May Allah Azza wa Jal make these people, these young people, the heroes of this ummah, the people of pursuit, that next generations come back and say, man, we want to beat them. They're the gold standard.
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, فَإِذَا سَأَلْتُمُ اللَّهَ فَاسْأَلُوهُ الْفِرْدَوْسِ. If you're going to ask Allah, ask Him for Firdaus, the highest level of Jannah. Now, while it's always important to set goals that are realistic, this should in no way stop you from being optimistic and having high aspirations in yourself. One of the main benefits in having high aspirations is the fact that even if you don't achieve these goals, you are still rewarded. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, فَمَنْ هَمَّ بِحَسَنَةٍ فَلَمْ يَعْمَلْهَا كَتَبَهَا اللَّهُ لَهُ عِنْدَهُ حَسَنَةً كَامِلَةً. Whoever has an intention to do a good deed, but for some reason he doesn't actually perform the deed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will write for him a complete deed. This is the reward you get for simply having a goal.